biggest desert. Now, Hubert Auriol's number. Today's stage, as the caption shows, 140 kilometers through the mountains on the edge of the Mediterranean. A familiar sight on events like this. The co-driver changing the wheel. This is Michel Perrin, co-driver to Pierre Lartigue, winner of the last two Dakars. Out with the jack, pumping up the Citroën ZX Rally Raid and changing the tyre. Same problem for Bruno Sabi, had two punctures on today's stage, lost his overnight lead. Sabi dropped down to 7th overall. Lartigue managed to keep second place on today's stage and is second overall. The unmistakable sound of the Citroëns and the Mitsubishis leading the Granada Dakar. So if Lartigue and Sabi had problems with punctures, one man who escaped any kind of problem like that, Ari Vatanen, 4 times winner of the Dakar, originally when it started in Paris, now starting from Granada. He hasn't won for 5 years now, and the Finn is really looking for a comeback. As he passes one of the Mitsubishis on the hairpin turns in the foothills of the Atlas Mountains, these drivers said how the trucks could follow them an hour or two behind on these tight, twisty roads. They had no idea. But Vatanen quickest on today's stage, quickest overall, and he's back in charge at the front of the Dakar. Vatanen used to take with him as a mascot a soft, cuddly lion. He doesn't take it anymore, and he hasn't won since he did have the mascot. So he's wondering whether maybe he should employ the furry friend again in the future. But he says he's not at all superstitious. That we'll have to wait and see. Vatanen at home on these tight, twisty curves. He said it's a bit like one of the stages in Greece's Acropolis rally. So Vatanen quickest today, Pierre Lartigue second quickest, Kenjiro Shinizuka of Japan third quickest, Philippe Vomberg replacing Timo Salonen in the Citroën team, 4th quickest. Salvador Servia, also in a Citroën, 5th quickest. So Citroëns and Mitsubishis dominating at the front.
C'est vraiment conduisible, sinueuse, mais pas une fois.
And Ari Vatanen showing his command of the French language, saying that it's not difficult a stage, quite very smooth and quite flowing. Perfect for the flying Finn. 209, Thierry Delaverne in the Nissan, the quickest car other than the Citroëns or Mitsubishis. Dominique Houzio, his teammate, 2 places behind. Delaverne 9th on today's stage, 9th overall, and Houzio, his teammate, 11th. 202, Bruno Sabi, the bodywork flapping at the front of his Mitsubishi Pajero. That's after he had the puncture. It ripped the bodywork, but the car continued without problems. Sabi and his teammate Dominic Ceres stop to replace the tyre. They can do it in about 4 minutes. That's pretty quick. You try changing a tyre on the side of the road in less than 5.
Et puis des complications pour changer la roue parce qu'on a eu des problèmes de cric.
And Sabi explaining he really lost time today, not actually changing the wheel, but getting the jack to work. They carry just one jack to lift the car up. The cars don't weigh that much, but when there's only 2 of you, it takes a lot of effort to get it off the ground. The eye in the sky, Hubert Auriol in his flying helicopter. It's the only way he can follow the event properly, and today he really needed that helicopter. An accident at kilometer 79. The race was stopped after the accident. Alphonse Chesney from Germany was badly injured and is in hospital tonight. The retirements start very, very early on events like this. One of the Sanyongs went out